for the swinging. Fresh tomatoes for the salad. It'll compliment the burger screen. Cooking on the grill. Still at myself so stupid I can't walk home alone. Need a shoulder to lean on. I mean a coat. Come on.
Music's my meal ticket. If I could keep living on to get time ticking like waiting in line. And you don't get in. No weights, no hole. And the weight of the game is breaking your soul. Keep changing your game, playing the role. Keep telling my family short like Tolkien readers. Let it linger hard to pick up teeth with broken fingers. And I humble myself till I was hollow inside. But no more. I get the zipper. You can swallow my pride.
Introducing the Lone Ranger, Kimo Sabi, the horses are big. The 10-gallon tracks, the hood cowboys with the 10-gallon raps, racking ACG boots and baseball caps. I agree, this ain't a simulation of the doo-doo. This is the shot said to get used to. Gangstar foundation to treat, we branched off. Shine, I just waited our chance to blast off. Year rounds in possession of Black Poet, Nick Khalil, the NYGs. I'm making diamonds out of pressure, my pipes are intact. Don't believe me, ask your boy to back to the track. These recordings be important and responsible for drama like Sarah Palin, Joe Biden, McCain, and Obama.
Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system. Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the New York Knicks. Checking out New York, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. And with a few moments here, we've seen a lot of coaching turnover. When you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, my coach had to be a triple OC. He had to be over calm, over cool, over collective. Especially with all the media whirlwind in L.A., Phil Jackson is that guy. He kept things cool and collected in the locker room. He was a triple OC.
Triple OC, almost like a triple OG. But I'll tell you, great coaches have great relationships with their players. And those relationships go far beyond basketball.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The New York Knicks come into this one following a loss, guys, to the Celtics in Boston. And that does your confidence, guys, no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. They've got Towns. Ricky Rubio is out there with Paul George. And it's Coleman in at the 3. Now, here is Young. He feeds it to Perkins. Misses from close range. New York on D. This game against Seattle is the first time they've met this year.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance. To take a breath in this one. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And Young, here we go. Got a hand on it. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Coleman, the pass to Porzingis, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Rubio against Collison. Baseline jumper. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
First trip to the line for him here.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances.
And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second. Seattle with the ball. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
5 on the clock. No good from Dragic.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Towns kicks to George. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Collison, the pass to Ingram. Outside Dragic. New York moving the ball around. And he gets it to go.
The first bucket for this offense. 1 of 4 to start the game.
For Seattle, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. George dishes to Towns. Rebounded by Collison.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Now let's find out what head coach Derek Fisher had to say to DB. Doris?
We talked about the challenges posed by a player like Ricky Rubio, such a tremendous passer and floor general. Coach said, we know he can make plays, but making shots is where he's been less effective. We need to focus on staying home and forcing him to beat us with his scoring. Guys, we'll see if they can limit his highlight reel dimes. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Collison after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Collison against Rubio. Collison kicks to Young. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. For Seattle, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Dishes it to Rubio. Here's Porzingis. He kicks to Towns. Dragic against George. Here's Towns, and another basket for Seattle.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Collison inside, covered by Rubio. Good D by Rubio.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Seattle.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Knicks trail by 4. Passes it to Ingram. Young left side. 13 feet away. And he gets it to go. Young's got his second bucket of the night. Porzingis passes to Coleman. To the left side wing. Here's Towns. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Coleman. And once again off the mark by Seattle.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
For Seattle, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. And George kicks to Towns. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Zeller, who's checked in for Young. Collin comes in for Goran Dragic. And Huey subbed in for Darren Collison. Here's Zeller, and that one is hammered home.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
And New York making a change here. Porter's checked in. It's stolen by Jones. Smith outside. Pass to Jones. Over to the left wing. Watkins. He's covered by Zeller. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Here's Huey, covered by Smith. Here's Ingram. And the dunk by Zeller.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Smith with it. There's the pass to Watkins. Knocked away. Now here is Smith. Defense right on him. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. 3rd is Ricky Rubio.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Smith hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Huey. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Floats one. Here's Zeller, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. Zeller's got it all tied up now for the Knicks. Out to the wing. Here's Watkins. Cans the shot from the wing. Here's Huey. The dish to McCollum. New York moving the ball around. It's stolen by Jones. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. Here's Porter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
No good on the wing 3.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
For Seattle, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. And Seattle leads by 2.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Grant is checked in for the Knicks. There's 1:38 left to play in the first. Here's Huey. His last outing, he had 8 points. Shot clock at 6. Unloads. No good from Grant. And Seattle shooting an impressive 60% early. There's a screen by Motiejunas. Jones dishes to Motiejunas to the left wing. Here's Watkins. Zeller grabs the board.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. Seattle with the ball. Smith outside. To the inside. Here's Gerbeau. The shot no good. And New York will come the other way. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That is his first foul of the game. 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Huey kicks to Grant. The feed to Porter. Here's Huey, defended by Jones. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. The finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Porter pulls it in. Smith up top. Feeds it to Jones. Back to Smith. It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. It's a tie game in New York. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
And Seattle shooting well, 50% from the floor. Here are the 5 for Seattle to start the second quarter. Ricky Rubio is out there with Paul George. Then there's Towns, and it's Porzingis in at the force line. It's up a 3, and he gets it to go. Porzingis has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Seattle. Collison, the pass to Grant. The 3, that's good. Grant's got the game tied up here for New York.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
And that one's good. The Knicks shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Young, a screen on Rubio. Collison kicks to Young. Plenty of space. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Young's got 6. Young's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. And George kicks to Towns. Pass to Coleman. And it's Seattle with another.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
New York with the ball. Trailing by 2. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And let's check out stats for Towns. Last season, he played outstanding. Put up about 14 points per, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy. All elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
No good. And the Knicks with possession here. Pass to Ingram. Some nice passing by New York here. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Dragic. Screen by Young. Now here's Dragic. 5 on the clock. Outside Collison. They grab their own miss. Perkins misses from close range.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Here's Ingram. That's tipped. They retain possession. Another shot. One-on-one here. Here's George. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now, here is Young. He's got 6. It's deflected. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 6-point Seattle lead.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Collison. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston.
And, you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
New York needs to get off a shot. The offensive rebound. Perkins with the bucket. Perkins got his 2nd bucket of the night.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Pass to Porzingis. Kicks it to Towns. And the powerful one-handed slam.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Now here's Dragic. The pass to Ingram. And Young kicks to Collison. Passes it to Ingram. Outside Dragic. Good on the triple. Dragic has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
The shot by George, no good. Knicks trail by 3. Outside Collison. And it's sent back by George. Fade away. And it's George again missing.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Stolen away.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
Towns kicks to George. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Zeller, he's checked in for New York. McCollum comes in for Darren Collison. George up top. He's guarded by McCollum. Baseline try. Shot no good. Rockets with some nice D. Pass to Watkins. George with no one around. Cans it from downtown. George has got 8.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's McCollum. 11 points for him in that last game against the Celtics in Boston. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop. And you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Huey's checked in for Goran Dragic. Seattle leading by 5. Smith for 3. Can't get it to go.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Jones. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Now the pass to Watkins. It's deflected. McCollum kicks to Young. From 16 feet away, he cans it. And now just a 3-point Seattle lead. Here's Moniunas, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Passes it to Watkins. Inside, Young with the steal. Here's Huey, covered by Smith. Huey, the pass to McCollum. Zeller, a screen on Jones. McCollum, and again, it's New York.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Out to Smith. Lets it go with the 3. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Huey. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Looking here at some numbers for Smith, he had a strong showing last season. 4th in assists, 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And as you mentioned, I mean, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace, he was in total command of the offense last season.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Jones. Offensive rebound. Seattle has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Dishes it to Rubio. Pass to Watkins. 6 to shoot. Tries from 10. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Zinkas, he's checked in for Seattle. Jones comes in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Jones. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. It's tipped and stolen by Zeller. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Porter kicks to McCollum. He dishes it to Porter. Grant against Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Zeller. He feeds it to McCollum. Up top, Porter. Second chance shot. Kept alive by New York. A nice shot by Zeller.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And it's Seattle with the ball. 4-point game. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And he makes both free throws. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half. Picked by Zeller. Here's McCollum. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And with that matchup, doing what he was able to do there, just muscling inside, he's not going to have a lot of problems.
Smith drives in. He kicks it to Jones. But they get it back. Oh, trying for it. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Knicks have hit just 2 free throws and 5 attempts today.
At the line for your Knicks, Sergio Ewing.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Smith right side. And we've reached halftime. And
Well, Goran.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. The second quarter was when things really came together for them, and the result is they were able to build a solid 6-point lead at the half. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
They're giving up way too many good looks. You want to keep your opponent under 50% shooting? They have not done that. What's the solution? Maybe more ball pressure, more physicality down low. Whatever it is, Ernie, they need to figure it out.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Karl-Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing well.
And that's just the thing. I mean, he knows how to share the sugar. He makes sure everybody gets a touch, and that keeps the offense balanced and productive.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Dragic is out there with Collison. And it's Young. And there's Perkins. And it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. For Seattle, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. The Knicks with the lead. Screen by Young. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
They're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
Collison, the pass to Ingram. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 4th assist in this one.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And how about the agility coming from the big man? I mean, that's not something we often see from him.
You know, it's never going to be, Greg, a 360 dunk when he goes up with it, but it will be 2 points. We do know that.
You know, you can sacrifice a little athleticism when you've got the size he does.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Coleman. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Knicks, fourth.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
That one drops. He ties it up. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Collison, the pass to Ingram. The dish now to Dragic. Young, right side. And he gets it to go. Young's got 10 points in the game.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Coleman, the pass to Towns. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. It's George on the wing. Here's Porzingis, covered by Perkins. Dragic comes with the double team. They set the pick. Now here's Towns. He's guarded closely. Pass to Porzingis. Clock at 6. No one covered. 7 points in the game. Knicks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. New York calls timeout. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. Derek Fisher was just going over the plan with his team. Young was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris. And it's Seattle with the ball. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. Coleman. He's covered by Collison. And New York making a change here. McCollum's checked in.
C.J. McCollum.
Here's George for the lead. And the rejection by Perkins. Shoots from the right block. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Coleman. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 5. McCollum, no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And so it's New York with it after the basket by Seattle. Dragic with it. George picks him up. Screen by Young. Here's McCollum. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Thaddeus Young getting in the way of the defense there. Really solidly done on the screen.
They set the pick. George passes to Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by George. Porzingis has got 10 points in the quarter.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively, letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Seattle. Here's Dragic. He's got 5. And here's McCollum. Pulls up on the elbow. That one wide left. For Seattle, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Rubio right side. The feed now to Towns. The shot no good. Good defensive work there by Young. The Knicks have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Dragic with it, guarded now by Rubio. Five to shoot. Dragic the pass to Ingram for the lead. Shot's good from Young. Young's got 13.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Feeds to Towns, and he dunks it down.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Guys, close one here, and no team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now here's Towns. 14 points for him. Kicks to George. From deep. That's good. George has got 11 points.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Now Dragic, 5 points in the game. Young left side. Ingram passes to McCollum. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Seattle has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Coleman, the pass to George. And he gets it to go. And it's a 4-point Seattle lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Dragic. The pass to McCollum. Young sets a screen for McCollum. Off the pick. Jump shot is good. McCollum's got 6 here in this quarter.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
So both teams making some changes here. And Seattle shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Now here's Towns, guarded by Porter. Towns, the pass to Watkins. Misses off the right iron.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Here's Huey, defended by Jones. Porter tries to save it, out of bounds. Seattle will take possession.
All right, a chance to check out numbers for Ricky Rubio. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go. I like what I'm seeing right now. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Here's Grant after the basket by Seattle. Screen by Perkins. Off the pick. No good from Grant.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And it's Seattle with the ball. They lead by 4. Towns, no luck.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And Huey kicks to Porter. Passes to Zeller. Out to the right wing. Porter dishes to Zeller. Clock at 6. Pass to Porter. From downtown, it's tipped. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Darren Collison, he's checked in for New York.
Darren Collison.
Collison against Rubio. Over to the wing. Here's Moniunas. Dishes to Towns. Jones, no one around him. Misses the 3. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Grant. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's Watkins. That's in, coming off. Off an assist from Rubio. He's got 9. The third quarter comes to a close. Seattle leads by 7. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. And the Knicks with possession here. They trail by 7 on the floor for Seattle. They've got Ricky Rubio. He's out there with Paul George. And it's Watkins in at the 4. Now here's Collison. It's blocked. They get it back. It's Porter outside. Seattle has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Outside, George. Kicks it out to Rubio. Knicks trail by 7. Collison with it. Here's McCollum. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Talk about some great numbers for McCollum. 15 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that... needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also. Coleman, the pass to Porzingis. The 3 from George. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Perkins, he's checked in for Zeller. Garrett Temple has checked in for Seattle. Jackson comes in for Ricky Rubio. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. 5 on the clock. Now the dish to Perkins. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in. The pass to Watkins. Here's Porzingis, guarded by Porter. He was all alone on that one. Porzingis has got the lead up to 10 now for Seattle.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Jackson passes to Porzingis. Down low, here's George. That's tipped. And now the Knicks on the break. McCollum with the ball, and he misses the fast break layup.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
George passes to Watkins. Left side, George. Elbow shot is on the way. And he hits the jump shot. George has got 5 points in the quarter. Knicks trail by 9. The drive by Collison. He dishes it to McCollum. Perkins with the screen for McCollum. Here's the floater. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. Jackson gets the bucket. And Seattle leads by 11. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Seattle.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin, did it sink in?
And thank you, Doris. And then George with the jam.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Now, here's George. After the miss from Goran Dragic. George passes to Porzingis. Watkins, the rebound. By Young. Knicks trail by 11. And it's sent back by George. For Seattle, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Porzingis can't hit. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Down in the lineup, the Seattle team. Towns. Coleman.
Collison for 3. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Towns has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Kicks it out to Rubio. The 3 from George. And once again off the mark by Seattle. Well, with the basket here, they could get back to within single digits. Collison, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. Jackson, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Seattle leading by 8. Here's Jackson to the wing on the left. Coleman, the pass to Towns. Outside for George. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Dragic.
That's a jump ball.
And so it's New York with it. New York shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Passes to Ingram. He feeds it to Perkins. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
A drive by Collison. Count that one.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
To the middle. Here's Porzingis, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And it's Seattle with the ball after Darren Collison's bucket. Coleman, the pass to Towns. From 17 feet out, Porzingis can't hit. Knicks trail by 8. A floater, and it's sent back by George. Outside Dragic. Hits the three-point line.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And the first one drops.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Now here's Dragic. He kicks to Perkins. And that one's good.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And Seattle making a change here. Rubio's checked in. Here's Coleman. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Knicks trail by 5. Collison kicks to Perkins. Collison with it. George picks him up. New York moving the ball around. Collison dishes to Dragic. Back to Collison. 5 to shoot. From 12 feet out. And again, it's New York.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high-pressure situation, clutch play. I love it. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up the tee.
And so here is New York. Ingram passes to Dragic. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Rubio the pass to Porzingis. And George kicks to Towns. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
New York calls timeout. They're losing by 5. There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now Rubio pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's good. Now it's a 7-point Seattle lead.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 7. We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. And Seattle making a change here.
Zach Watkins.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. Now here's Dragic. Pass to Ingram for the 3. Seattle leading by 7. George up top. He's covered by Collison. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ingram. New York, no good that time either.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
George against Collison. Stripped it away. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Ingram. And he converts the layup.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Pass to Towns. The feed to George. The pass to Watkins. It's taken away by Collison.
This game's finally gotten away from him.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
George passes to Porzingis. Outside, George makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're down by 9. Just 4 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, they can game plan all they want, but unless they can put more time on the clock, I think this bad boy's over.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they hope to get accomplished with this time out here.
Grant the pass to Holmes. Fades and shoots, but they recover it. And so it's Seattle winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first, congratulations on the win. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Paul, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Let us take a moment now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
Super.